This is the video log for April 28th. The temperature today in the OC lab is around 25 degrees and humidity was around 44 degrees. So the plan for today was to take part in the Rookie Rumble. Now, it's a competition that normally caters towards the new guys to HWBot, and what I wanted to do was just to go through each benchmark briefly and give the guys a little bit of a foundation or experience and see how to go about maybe getting some tweaks into improving their scores. Now, the hardware used tonight was planned to be the Asus Maximus 8 Impact. Unfortunately though, somewhere along the line I've managed to bend the CPU socket and I've got a couple of pins that are out of place and indented, so I need to just give that a fix. I was unable to get it up and running before it was time to go live, so I quickly had to just swap out to the next retail board that I've got, which is the only other retail Z170 that I've got, and that's the ASRock OC Formula. Now, the drawback to that is that none of my OSs are prepped for that motherboard. None of my settings, none of my saved profiles, anything that I wanted to go through and was planned to do tonight is on that board. So it was a little bit of a shot in the dark. We started off with XDU and went through the basic tips and tricks that I know on that, and managed to post up a score which is fairly competitive in comparison to what the rookies have managed to put up so far. So definitely something for you guys to learn there. Moving on, about an hour and a half later, we moved on to HWBot Prime and OS issues just with JRE, and I wasn't really able to do much there. You've got to run. So I just went through the basics and then moved on to GPU power quite swiftly. The time was getting late and I needed to get to bed. So just posted up a very reasonable 4th place score on that. Not a lot of tips and tweaks shared, unfortunately. I wasted far too much time on trying to get OSs and stuff to work. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to try and get my Impact up and running, and we'll do one more of these again for the next Rookie Rumble. So I hope you guys learned something, and please let us know if there's anything you'd like to us to do in the future. We want to try and do more of these sort of like pieces for you guys. So before I forget, the powerhouse tonight was delivered by the Cooler Master V1200, the Platinum, and then the all-in-one cooler was the Cooler Master, the 240 mil fan one, was with the Neptune 280L, and that is what I was able to get for HWBot Prime up to 5.1 on my CPU, and the GPU power is also running around 5.1. For XTU, the CPU clock was about 4.8. I could run 4.9, but it wasn't necessary for what we did tonight. So all in all, I think it was quite an interesting session, and we'll definitely try and polish the next ones up. Until next time, happy benching.